If you have been on Twitter, you have probably seen tweets like this where it states gaming is dying or gaming is in a stale state. But the people that are tweeting that mostly only play the most popular games like Warzone, Fortnite, League of Legends, and more for roughly 8 hours a day. But if these people actually branched out and tried different games, they probably wouldn't think gaming is dead. Gaming as of July in 2023 has been insanely fun. Lately, there has been a lot of games that have came out that have been super fun to play. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 5 games that I have recently tried and I enjoy. Most of these games will cost you $5 to $15, and I even totaled up all the games in this list to be $48, which is cheaper than most AAA games. First game I want to mention is Soulstone Survivors. This is a game I've been playing a lot on my second channel, but this game will cost you about $10. This is a bullet haven style game where you face off against waves of enemies, but once the enemies are slain, you gain XP. This XP lets you level up and unlock more items to defeat the hordes faster. There's over 200 skills, a crazy looking skill tree, over 14 characters, there's ruins that you can unlock to help your characters through achievements, there's a legendary gear that you can craft, and there's so much more. You might think that the runs are repetitive, but every time a run ends, I immediately queue up and go for another run. This game is extremely addicting. If you like what I just described as a bullet heaven game, there is another one that just recently came out in 1.0 full game release, and that is Army of Ruin. This is a alternative to Soul Survivors where you are defeating waves of enemies, upgrading your arsenal, and more, but this game is cheaper than Soulstone Survivors. It is going to cost you about $8. Alright, so maybe bullet heavens aren't your game and you enjoy shooters like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Well, the #1 shooter on Steam right now is BattleBit Remastered. This game is basically like an old school Battlefield but with Roblox graphics. It might sound bad, but it's actually really fun. There is 254 players in one match, making it a 127 versus 127, and it is super chaotic. BattleBit will cost you about $15 to play. Another game that blew up recently is Only Up. Only Up is a Fodian style game where your objective is to climb up many obstacles to reach a spaceship. It might sound easy, but if you fall once, you have to restart completely because there is no checkpoints. It's a super fun game and a challenging game at that, and it's going to cost you about $10 on Steam. Another game I want to mention, this is an honorable mention, but Tripang 2, it's like an old school game such as Fear or Max Payne, but it was made in 2023 and it's actually really refreshing to play. It will cost you about $30 though, that's why it's not officially on this list, but if you have $30 and want to blast through like a 5-hour campaign, it is super fun to play. I highly recommend. Lastly on my list is Halls of Torment. It recently came out, and if you like Diablo games, you will like this game. Halls of Torment is a bullet heaven game like Soulstone Survivors or Army of Ruin like I recently mentioned, but you have way more customizable stuff like customizable loot, weapons, there's over 500 upgrades, there's over 150 quests, there's 12 unique bosses, and so much more. This game is super fun. If you do like Diablo, I recommend picking this up. It will cost you about $10. Overall, I came to the conclusion that gaming is not dead. Thank you so much for watching.